Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are the Music Buddies, and today we present the number two albums that are not. Shh.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
We didn't say the word, so they can't
Yeah,
flag
we
us
did.
or
Yeah,
anything. So, you know,
they won't flag it when I upload it to
like,
you.
we have to be quiet.
Yeah, yeah. You never know the
Well,
outcome.
well, basically, what this is not really a regular ranking that we normally do. This is something that we've been planning on for a few months, I think.
Yeah. Oh, probably more than a few.
Going up to like about a year or so.
Yeah, we had started working on it, and then we just kind of like, yeah, we kind of lost track. So we're back. We're
Yeah. So we're
finishing what.
back and we're going to do this the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So enjoy.
all right, let's start.
So the mad scientist is going to take the lead.
Yes. And this is my special presentation of the number two albums that don't say anything. All right. I'm going to start with some honorable mentions. All right. You got Billy Joel, Piano Man,
Ooh, okay.
which, by the way, is a really good album. And yeah, this was his second record. And yeah. Yeah. Ain't No Crime is the one song that I decided to use for that
Okay.
album. Next we have the Beatles with the Beatles.
Okay. That's
Don't Bother Me for that one.
that's a great album. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I think on that particular album, I mean, it's "Don't Bother Me" it is such a great song. I couldn't have picked a better one. There's some classics on there. You can't go wrong with any of them. Any of them.
Right. And then the third mention that I have on this first slide is Huey Lewis and the News, the second record. Picture This.
Ooh,
That is a really good album, and I chose the song "Tell Me a Little Lie."
oh,
Not
okay.
really, but you get what I'm saying.
That's a great one. Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
so I'm gonna close this down and let Mr. Music tell you some of his honorable mentions,
Okay.
and we'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So here we go. So some of my honorable mentions. The second album by the band Tesla. Uh, Absolutely terrific. This thing, I think this has got every single song on this album is classic. I have named some. Hang Tough leads it off. Great stuff. You know, Heaven's Trail is a really good one because that's the one that has the famous line. Where uh, something about kicking. You know what? We
Yeah,
won't say, but it's good. And of course, I think this is where Tesla really took off because the songs "Love Song," "Way It Is in Paradise" are really, really they're like hits. There's like the sequential songs they play at concerts all the time.
right.
Now, my little dark horse in here is "Yesterday's Gone." That is a classic song, terrific
Oh,
stuff.
never heard it.
It's not on the hit list, but it's really good. Okay, next coming up, number two albums, "Images and Words" from 1992, Dream Theater.
Oh my god, I never even thought of that one.
Classic stuff. This is
Holy
really
shit!
one of the best albums ever. This, this is the first album with James LeBrie on lead vocals. Of course, it has classic "Pull Me Under," which, I'll be honest with you, if I never hear it again, I'll be fine, because that seems to be the only song they ever play on the radio.
Yeah.
Even if you listen to radio anymore. But we have Under a Glass Moon, great stuff. Metropolis Part 1 is a classic. Learning to Live, and a Dark Horse song, Wait for Sleep. Wait for Sleep is it's a really beautiful piano at the beginning, and James' vocal is just terrific on there.
Yes, I heard that song. I'm like, where was I? Where the heck was I at that point? My goodness.
Yeah, classic stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The next one is Def Leppard, High and Dry, 1981. This is actually came after On Through the Night, but this one really cements Def Leppard as a hard rock and heavy metal band. You got Let It Go, another Hit and Run, their classic Bring It On the Heartbreak. And it's interesting on that song, it goes right into Switch 625, which is an instrumental.
Yeah.
So that's classic stuff right there. So
did you send your dog over to spy on me?
No, I did not.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this is in no particular order. My next few slides. We're going one by one.
Okay.
So let's see here. First up, I have Dire Straits and Communique. And I chose what the heck? Yikes.
Okay.
Okay. This was part of my, well, obviously of the ranking of Dire Straits that we had the last time.
Yeah, kind of deja vu.
Yeah. Now, Twilight Zone, people. Let's try it, right? All right. So, but this album is pretty interesting. It's the second release from the band. I don't have my notes up for that band anymore, but anyway, yeah. So that's my first pick for this second albums that don't really shoot, I guess we can say. You want me to do my next one?
Yeah, go ahead and do the next one.
All right. This has to be one of the greatest albums that I've ever heard, because Rush is the word. I don't have a Rush hat. I've never saw them live, which I did, but I have all the videos. So, but this song, I mean, this album really rocks because the late Professor Neil Peart had just joined the group.
Mm-hmm.
And the song I chose off this record was, or is, Best I Can.
That's a great album. And, it has our mascot, Spaghetti Dog. It has his favorite track, which is Bytor, the Snow Dog.
Yeah, that's an excellent way to put it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Music so he can tell us a few of his special number twos.
Okay.
That don't.
Okay. All right. So, to be honest with you, I think something happened in my slides. They got kind of mixed up for some reason. So,
Wow.
Well,
you know what? it's not in any particular order anyway.
It really is, and it's not.
This is not really this is not one of those regular ranking shows, quote unquote.
Right. So just to let you know. So yeah, it is a little out of order, but here we go. So
Okay.
Grand Funk Railroad, 1969. My gosh. What I can tell you about this album. I first got this album as a kid for Christmas from my sister.
Okay.
And it just stuck with me. This is, I remember when I didn't have the album anymore, and I went through heck to try to find another copy of it because it was gone. And this particular album was really hard to get. Actually, I think I ended up ordering it on import late, several years down the line, but now it's readily available on CD.
Mm.
Every track on here is a banger, I'll tell you. You get songs like Paranoid, not to be confused with the Black Sabbath song. Totally different. Totally different.
I was just gonna say, you better not put that Ozzy track on there, man.
And one of the other song is called "In Need." Excellent song. They actually did a cover of a song by the Animals called "Inside Looking Out," and they made it their own. It totally rocks. Mark Farner, lead vocalist and guitar player on this band. He is all over this album. Every track is so good. This is probably one of my. If I were on a desert island, this is probably one of the albums I'd take with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, next. Led Zeppelin 2 from 19.
Have I saw this one before?
Yeah. I've seen it a couple of times today. Led Zeppelin 2. More on that later. Led Zeppelin 2, 1969. So this album actually means a lot to me because it was the first album that I ever got, and I was 7 years old when I got this album. My dad took me over to Wallach's Music City, which is a pretty big record store in the area at the time. And he bought me this album. And of course, as a kid, I'm rocking out to stuff like Whole Lotta Love, the Lemon Song, which I had no clue what the heck the lyrics meant until later on in life. Yeah. We won't get into that, but let me tell you something. If my parents knew what I was listening to, oh my God. What Is and What Should Never Be. Great track. Heartbreaker. Jimmy Page is totally on fire on that song. And of course, what can you say? The Tour de Force by John Bonham, his instrumental Moby Dick. Excellent song. Terrific stuff. So
that's an actual instrumental piece. Wow.
Yes, it is. Moby Dick's an instrumental. Yeah, it's
okay. All right.
It's a drum instrumental, which doesn't get made anymore. I think the drum solo has kind of gone out the window in today's musical landscape.
Yeah. Nobody listens to that stuff.
They don't have the patience anymore. Yeah, they don't. So anyway, that's it for me for right now. I'm going to turn it back into the mad scientist. And
all right.
Done some more stuff for you guys.
Get that shoot away from me. All right. Let me just change my slide. All right. Next up for me is Mr. Pink Floyd himself.
Okay, there we go. Okay. I was going to tell you.
I did that on purpose.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yes. I did that on purpose because Mr. Pink Floyd is Mr. David Gilmour, and his second album, About Face.
Okay, great.
I did that on purpose. So anyway,
see, that's the mad scientist. Always, just has some stuff up his sleeve besides his arm.
Yeah. I have nothing here. Nothing here.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing here.
Not my sleeve. Presto.
Anyway, getting not off track here, but
right. David Gilmour.
This was the last album I purchased by him. I have all the other ones, and I really fell in love with this album when I first heard it. and the song I picked from this album, I picked Out of the Blue, because that is such an awesome song. Have you heard it?
Yes, I have. I love it. It's great.
That is a really good album.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't have any other tracks listed on my sheet, but the whole album is just fire.
Yes.
All right, I will move it back over to Mr. Music for his another pick.
Okay, we can do a
I'll be
couple.
back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Ooh,
All
it's
right.
hot.
Next
It's hot,
on the
ladies and
list.
gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah. See, what do you know?
It's hot. Yeah, that's
Where
what
is
I'm saying.
Now, this one, the second album by Joe Satriani, Surfing with the Alien, 1987. This guy totally turned the instrumental guitar world upside down. I think, when this album came out, he had done something before previous. I think the previous album was Not of This Earth. Great stuff, kind of a little experimental, but he really came into his own on this album here. And I think once that happened, you had all these instrumental guitar players coming out of the woodwork, and they wanted to do their own instrumental guitars. And to this day, and there's been a lot of good ones out there, but Satriani still, in my opinion, is probably the best out there. He did consistently good instrumental albums. I've seen him in concert a few times. He's really great to see. Tracks on here, of course, the title track is legendary. You have Ice Nine, terrific tune. Satch Boogie, which, he plays all the time. I mean, I've heard it probably a million times. Great tune. But the song I'm going to mention on here is called Circles. It has kind of like a spooky, kind of haunting beginning, kind of quiet. And all of a sudden, it just like Satriani turns on the pedal and boom, it just totally slugs you right in the face.
Wow.
You can't beat it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So Satriani, Surf with the Alien. Yeah. All right. Do you want me to do one next one or no?
I guess so. I can that way we just have like two more each. I mean, two more, and then I have some other mentions.
Let me switch over here. Okay, next on the list, those beautiful ladies from Seattle, Heart. Their second album, Little Queen, from 1977. Of course, it has the classic Barracuda on there, but some other songs that are equally just as good. We have Treat Me Well, which is kind of a mellow piece, really beautiful vocal on there. Love Alive, excellent stuff. My favorite on this album called Dream of the Archer. Very beautiful acoustic piece. Check it out. It's a good album. And the one thing about Heart is, this would be the one band that if they ever did, if there was one band to do a covers album dedicated to Led Zeppelin, Heart could do it.
Oh yeah. I saw when Zeppelin got their stripes.
Yeah,
from the president.
Yeah, the Kennedy Center Honors.
Kennedy Center Honors. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so Heart was on there, and they did.
Oh, that was great.
They've done a couple of other things, Led Zeppelin tunes, I believe. They've covered rock and roll, and so anyway, I digress. I'm getting off track here, but anyway, Heart, Little Queen, check it out. All right. Okay.
All right. How can I do a second album's situation without this group that I'm going to bring up here? The group is Aha. This is, thank you, Mr. Music. This group is one of my favorite groups from the 80s. This came out in 1986.
Okay.
And this is definitely one of my favorite albums ever. I know Mr. Music also has that album also,
Yes.
because I saw that in his wherever. Anyway, the song I chose, although all songs from this album are really good, there are all the singles and whatever. You guys can look that all that stuff up, but I chose the song October.
Mm.
That is such a good mellow song.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't say enough because of this band. They've meant so much to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time I saw them in concert, I was about 16 years old or something like that.
Okay.
And more about that at another point in time when we decide to talk about our concerts,
Right.
because that is coming up at
Yes.
some point down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And I might as well just finish off with my other favorite second album, even though I do have some other ones. Def Leppard, High and Dry. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
My
Yes.
goodness. As soon as I heard this album, I said this has to be my favorite album by them, because there's like nothing you've ever heard if you hadn't heard that.
And there's such a difference between that and the first one. The production value is like through the roof on this one.
I actually never heard the first record.
Yeah,
I never heard it.
You got to check it out because it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good album, but the production is not there.
Right. But this album totally kicks ass, and I chose the song Another Hit and Run from that record, even though that's why I said to you before, why are you looking at my window? I know you have your puppy dog spy on me, even though we live like 1,500 miles apart or whatever it is. I don't know.
Not going to tell the secrets.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, this album totally threw me by surprise. Like, oh my goodness, this is such a great record.
Mm,
Yeah. So,
good stuff.
and I have some honorable mentions. Do you have another one?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so I will turn it back over to Mr. Music, and I'll be back.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. All right. So here we go.
Oh goodness. How could I forget about them?
So Aerosmith, their second album, Get Your Wings, 1974. Quite a, I mean, their debut is very good, but this is quite a step upward. You've got stuff like Lord of the Thighs, and there's some really good stuff on here. The Train Kept a Rollin', which is a classic rock piece, but they really made it their own. Seasons of Wither is probably my favorite song on this album, and probably one of my top 3 Aerosmith songs I like. It's just a very excellent piece of music. And so that's, their second album really is excellent. Okay, so I am going to turn it back over to
the Mad Scientist.
Just for whatever he has left.
Yes, I have 3 more honorable mentions. Okay. And these are some of the biggest second albums in my estimation.
Okay, do it.
So let's just do this. We got Michael Jackson, Thriller. Um, I chose PYT of that record.
Okay.
Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going. I chose Don't Let Him Steal Your Heart Away.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter Gabriel's second record, self-titled, but for all of the fans, it's known as Scratch. I
Okay.
chose the song Have a Wonderful Day in a One-Way World. That is such an awesome track.
Ah,
But then again, all of these number 2 albums that were covered today were all very, very well received, I want to say.
yes.
There's nothing bad on these albums. I mean, we would have ranked them, but we decided for this special situation, we weren't gonna rank anything because they're all great albums.
Yeah, exactly.
That gave us more room to talk about the individual albums themselves.
Yes, exactly. And those picks are excellent. I mean, I think Thriller is, in my estimation, a perfect album. There is not one bad track on that album at all.
Yes,
So
yes.
you couldn't have picked a better one in there. Yeah.
Right.
All
And,
right.
and I think bringing the perfect albums up is another good idea that we can do.
Yeah, it's that's really it's hard to. That's obviously these are our opinions, and
Yes.
every opinions may vary. That's why we always encourage comments in the
Yes.
comment sections of these
Comments.
videos. Mark down what you think, because we want to read those comments. We
Yes.
want to read what our viewers are
Yes, what they listen to. Maybe we get inspired to listen to something else that we may never heard of.
yeah, that's
Maybe the guy down the street from both of us has something to say that we didn't cover here.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
I agree. Yeah, that's how you learn. That's how you broaden your musical horizons.
Yes, definitely. Even though my musical horizons are a mile long and they keep growing. Like, okay, what's going on here?
Well, I have 2 more to go, and I will present.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see it.
There we go. Okay, so all right. So I wanted to do some. This was back in the 90s. Pearl Jam came out.
Mm-hmm.
Their first album, 10, excellent album.
Very good. Yes.
You know what? They didn't lose traction on their second album. This is absolutely terrific. It's a powerhouse album, and you cannot go wrong with it at all.
No.
Tracks, Animal, Daughter, Glorified G. The song, as far as like the Dark Horse song I'm picking on here, is Blood. That thing just rips your face off.
I actually like Daughter a lot.
Yeah, Daughter's excellent. Yeah,
That is a really good song. That's why I always wanted that record or a CD, whatever you want to call it. But
you need to get it. You need to get it.
I think I have it somewhere over there.
Yeah, I think
somewhere over yonder.
Yeah,
we'll talk after.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So
last one.
Last but certainly not least, and I was trying to decide on these these artists and the number 2 albums, and I started thinking, wait a minute, there's one band that I had to mention because I think it's one of those albums that they came into their own. Trespass, 1970. This album, absolutely. Sorry, Mr.
I didn't think of that one.
Well, you realize, people, that I just chose a band that Mad Scientist. I mean, he he loves this band. He knows every single song. He could tell you on every album. This man knows Genesis. So what I just did was, but
That's it. I'm done.
but I tell you,
See you guys later.
so the reason is, okay, this is where the true Genesis sound started to take shape. I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, this is great stuff. Trespass, 1970 is what we're talking about here.
Yes.
I mean, excellent songs. You've got Dusk. You've got the terrific The Knife. Stagnation. I mean,
I can mention the other three.
He can. The
other three. That's,
Go ahead.
Looking for Someone.
Yes.
And my ultimate favorite song on there is White Mountain.
That's a good one.
And then you also have Visions of Angels.
Yes.
But White Mountain, boy, that is such an awesome, awesome track. You guys need to listen to that. I mean, I'm not telling people what to do. You okay?
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah.
don't need Mr. Music to fall flat here.
I don't have
last pick.
I don't have water with me, unfortunately. So.
Oh, geez. Have some soda, will you? Here you go.
But anyway, yeah. So that's it for me. I'll tell you. I don't have any more.
No, me neither. Oh man, you hit me right on the nose with that one. You son of a gun.
Yeah,
anyways, those were the second albums that don't.
Yeah, exactly. so
anyway,
so do you know what, people, remember, go out, check out this music that we're talking about, please.
Yes.
And the thing is that, what you'll notice a lot about the two of us is that we try to not concentrate on the low-hanging fruit, because everybody's heard all those songs over and over again.
Yes.
Go in and check out some of the album tracks, the deep dives. Do it.
The deep dives.
Excellent.
And don't forget to hit the like button.
Yes. Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel.
Please subscribe. Tell your friends who love music, because we're very passionate about music. This is not something that we're just light about. This is our life, is music, and that's just that. I mean, and I hope that's conveyed in the way we present ourselves. And we really appreciate the viewership. The views that came out on the last video we did with Dire Straits. We can't thank you enough.
Oh yeah.
For going out and viewing the video.
Oh God.
This channel is still very new, and I'm learning the ropes, about it. And I brought Mad Scientist in on this, and he has really just went full board and has gotten into really doing good on these. So anyway, we hope you enjoy it. Listen to music, okay? Listen to the tracks.
Go for those deep dives. Don't just listen to the hits.
Yeah, exactly.
In all fairness, yes, all those songs. For example, that Aha record that I showed.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
that first album, Take on Me. There's so much more to them than just that one song or the two songs that got released from that record.
Exactly.
Listen to the full album.
That's a perfect example of a band that's all they play is Take on Me. When you hear it on commercial radio, I say commercial radio. I don't listen to commercial radio anymore. No. I listen to, I either listen to my, the streaming, or, we both have large CD collections, so we listen to that. But when we don't have access to that, there's always satellite radio, and Sirius is excellent. So
definitely, yes.
But in closing, I wanted to remind everybody, a little teaser here. We've got coming up in a couple of days, tell all your friends, tell all your moms and dads and your kids and your dog and cat and everything that we have a ranking of Metallica
Yeah.
coming up.
Let's go.
So in a couple of days. So anyway,
All right.
all right. So
And we shall be back with that as soon as we put it down.
you got it. All
And
right.
we will see you all later.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
So long.